Okay, here we go with round two of attempting to make a brooch. I took Tom's advice from Ox Tool. He speaks, I listen. So what I did is I took a tap and I broke it off, ground the end of it square, and here I'm going to be making my first pass. I've changed and I went to 3 degrees, and this time I do have a stop in there for both the collet and the angle plate. So we will be attempting to make consistent cuts. So we'll give it a go and see how we go. We'll sneak up onto the end of it. So I'm marking where it ended up there just to see. Almost 10 thousandths on the cut. Be a little more careful on the tool removal this time than I was on the last time. Moving the head back up to my starting point with a little extra, and should be clearing. Just a little bit of a touch. Yep. Side 2. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we will continue on. Side 3, and I've raised the head back up, so we shouldn't really be getting any kind of touch. Good. There it is, a little touch. Okay, one more side. Back up to 0. Again, we shouldn't get a touch. Here's our little touch off right on the number. Okay, all 4 sides are cut. Don't know if how that'll show on camera with a little bit of bluing on there. Get it back in the light. So next is to get the dish in the front of it. So I'll be in part 2 here. I'll move on. And then we'll see if this dog can hunt. Okay, here's part 2 where we're going to try to put the dish in the end of the brooch. What I have is a pencil grinder here set up in my lathe. So we're going to turn that on and we're going to spin the lathe. I don't know if you can hear me or not. And we're going to go in and see what we get. As I said, I don't know if this will work, but we're going to give it a try. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. A little more. I blew the end so I can see how much it's actually. Okay, we ran out of memory card there, so we'll fire it back up and give it a little finish. It looks like I got about another 20-30 thousandths. So air on. We'll go back at it here. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Call it quits there. Let's see if I can get you in there to see it. Camera will focus or not. A 5C chuck that goes into the collet closer, and then this is the holder I made for the pencil grinder. It works well. I've done a couple little things with it. Okay, well, we're closer to seeing if this dog will hunt. Let's see. I got something else here. I did make a sample. This was a sample that I made just to see if the brooch will cut. This is the one that made my previous brooch itself. So I guess we'll try another test cut on this guy and see if it'll work. Tom also directed me to put an undercut at the bottom of this, so I'm learning. I better listen to him, but I don't know. I'm a guy that go. So we'll see. Be back to you shortly. Thanks. Well, I thought I'd give the little test and see if this dog will hunt. I set up a dial indicator or test indicator on top. I'm just going to go a few, maybe 20 thousandths or something. But I put it in the arbor press. I've got it setting in a little piece there to keep it straight. And we'll give it a drive here and see if it will self-abuse itself or if it's going to give a little bit of cutting action. So here we go. We're going to... I don't know if you can see it or not, but we're basically starting to cut right now. We're starting to get pressure on it. There's about 10 thousandths, about 20 thousandths, 25 thousandths, getting some pressure. And we'll go 30 thousandths. There we go. About 30 thousandths of pressure on it. So let's see what we did to it. Well, the brooch is stuck in there. That's a good thing or not. Let me stop the camera and get it out of there.